All right, guys, next thing we're going to be doing is some isometric sketching. So we're going to draw the isometric sketch. All right, so if you have your linking cubes, you can link these together so that you make this exact shape. Make sure it's this shape and not this shape turned around or anything. You want to make it look exactly like this and kind of orient it like that on your desk too. That makes life a lot easier when we're trying to draw the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to grab my pen. And the first thing we're going to do is try and draw this very front point way down here at the bottom. So that point we need to draw as well. Now, in the book, it suggests you draw a baseline. So that is helpful if you have your ruler. And in fact, you can even use your ruler on your screen. So when you're drawing, I just have like a piece of paper. You're going to start at one of these. Do you see where the V kind of comes in and they all cross almost like a snowflake in one little spot? Pick any one on the paper. Then we're going to go straight across and pick, you see another one, another one, another one. We're going to make sure all of those get a line. All right, so now, not the straightest line. We're going to have to work with it. Okay. That's terrible. Can I not draw a line in here? Surely I could draw a line, right? Surely that's a thing. Let me get any. How about shapes? You got lines in here? Yeah, you do. Okay, so we're just going to put in a nice little straight line. So we can pretend like 1 degree. Can't be 1 degree off. Come on. Oh, nope, no, not 6. 6 is worse. Haha. Okay, so notice my point goes through all of these little spots that they're kind of making the X, and then my line's going horizontally through them. That's ideal. So now we are going to pick a spot. Any one of those little points I just made can be that front corner. So pick your favorite. I'm going to go with this one right here. So those 2 points are the exact same. So next thing we're going to do is grab I'm just going to grab a different color. You can keep drawing with your pencil if you're drawing on actual paper, or you can get a different color if you're in here too. And just for ease, it's really, really small, but that way you're not having to do a scale in your head too. We're going to, 1 block is one block here. So see how this one goes from that corner, it goes back, and there's this corner right here. I just drew it in green. So we're going to do the same thing. You're going to start at your dot that you just made, and we're going to stay on the line that goes from here and goes back at that 30-degree angle. If I can hold my hand still enough, there we go. That 30-degree angle, that's the line we want to stay on. So you want to only look at that line. So get your green dot or pencil, whatever, follow your heart. So we're going to go 1 block back and put that green dot for the corner. Now that line isn't actually going to be there for us, so I'm just going to erase it. So now we have the front corner is black and the kind of back corner of that little piece is green. So now we're going to place another corner. Pink's the next color up. Do you see on the left side, if you go back, you have this corner back here. It's the worst dot I've ever drawn. Sorry, team. Okay, so I'm going to put that line in so I can visualize where we're going with this. We'll start at that point we made before, and then we'll take that line back on the 30. It's going to have to be 30.5. I just couldn't do it. We're counting blocks on that line. So see how this is 1 block, 2 blocks? So now on here, we're going to go 1 block, 2 blocks. Forgot to change it back to a pen. Okay. And then erase that line. All right, so now it gets a little tricky because we're going to try and make this go up, right? So now we only have these 3 little points so far. So we need some more points. I'll grab a new color. Again, you can do it all in your pencil if you want, not a problem. We're going to try and get this corner right there. Now notice that corner is straight above, like on the cube. It's literally like here, straight above it. So we're going to make our line that we're looking at is going to go vertically. So we're going to go from our little corner where we're starting everything and straight up and down. Come on, 90, 89.4. Man, I tried. And we're going to go up. It's only 1 cube tall. So we're only going to go up to the next little intersection. 1. Okay. All right. Now, a lot of people like to connect their points as they go. It's a great way to do it. I would strongly recommend it. Since I'm doing it on here, it's been a little tricky. But I think I'm going to keep using those little lines we were drawing before. So before we go any further, I'm going to draw those lines in. So I'm just going to draw them all in black, just like you would on your paper. So get your ruler, line it up with this point and the green one. So the black point and the green point. Again, it might just be 2 points on your paper, but draw the line between them. And we're actually trying to go exactly to the point, not way past it like we were before. I'm kind of drawing that line out to get us going in the right direction first. Okay, and then we're going to connect the pink point and the black point. Again, use your ruler or your cool little line drawing tool. Not terrible. And then we're going to go from yellow to black. And hopefully you start to see the block taking shape. Okay, so next up, don't hesitate to pause me if I'm going too fast. Just pause me. And then I'll start talking again. Okay, next thing we're going to do is this little corner way over here, kind of like above the green corner. So remember, we're going to draw our think about it line, right? And that line goes from the green point straight up in the air. Preferably, that's all right. And then come back and we're going to go up 1 block. Notice this is only 1 block tall. So we're going to go from the green corner and the next place we touch the kind of X right there is right there. So just 1 block. Okay. Erase that guy. And now you come in with your ruler and you really carefully draw in the line from your green point to your red point with your ruler, Jamonski. Where's my eraser? I forgot to use the line tool. It's you. Yeah, he needed to go. Okay, so from the green point to the red point is a line. Okay. All right, now we're going to connect from the red point to the yellow point and make that face. That's called the right side. We're going to make that right face. So connect from the yellow point to the red point. And now we start seeing that, and I know it looks like a diamond, but it's going to be the right side, this face of the object. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's grab a new color. What other colors do we have? Ooh, how about this orange? All right, so now orange is going to be the point right above the pink. So we're going to go straight up from the pink. So let's get our line up here. We're going to go from the pink. We're going to go straight up. Again, this is just a visual. So in your head, this is what you're counting on. You don't have to draw this line every time. Just when I go to count, sometimes it's easier to be like, what is she counting? Like, you know, since we're kind of doing this together here. Okay, so now on that line, I'm going to count up only 1 because it's only 1 cube tall. So from the pink corner, the very next place where there's like an actual cross is that line. Sometimes when I used to teach math, I would call them pretty points. You want to make sure and put your points on the pretty points. You don't want them in between or randomly all over the thing here. You want to make sure they're right where the cross is on the paper. All right, then draw in your line from pink to orange. Use your ruler. All right, next up, we're going to connect that orange to yellow. So get your ruler, put it on the orange point, and line it up with the yellow point, and we're going to draw that line in. Bam. Now, I don't know if you see it yet, but we've got a little diamond on the right. That's going to be the right face. And this longer diamond on the left, that's going to be our left front face. It's coming together, guys. Okay, let's get another color. What color? Ooh, teal. Teal's my favorite color. See my bookshelf? It's teal. I love teal. Okay, we're going to do teal at this point right back here. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why do we need that point? There's other points to pick from. This is the one that's going to hopefully make it look 3D to you if you haven't seen it yet. It's a little tricky though. So we're going to draw in our little lines that are going to help us kind of visualize it. So it goes from the orange point over to the right. Now remember, on this special paper, right isn't right. Right's kind of back a little bit, right? Huh. How many times can I say right? Okay, so we're going to go from here and 30 degrees out. Come on, you can do it. 30. Yeah, 30.3. We'll take it. Okay. Now that's where we're going to be counting, but it's helpful if you also draw the other line. So from the red, if you look over here at the red point, you see how the blue is kind of like left and back a little bit. So we're going to do that same thing. We're going to go on that red point and we're going to stay on the line on the paper. We're just going to kind of draw it. Do you see where they cross? That is our teal point. Okay, so notice it's 1 point to the right from the orange point, and it's 2 points left or back from the red point. So then we're going to draw him in right there. Oh, look how pretty he is. Okay, I'm going to get my eraser. Now, the pink ones were just for me to kind of like visualize it in your head. That's what you're looking at. You don't necessarily draw those because they're just to help us out to get the point in the right spot. So now get your ruler and your pencil, and we're going to go from the orange point to the teal point. Come on. That was terrible. Veto. I was not even close to the line. You could see the whole line underneath it. Okay, so I'm trying to stay on the graph paper like I did before. There we go. You see, I've covered up the whole kind of like grayish line. Ideal. Okay, and then we're going to go from the teal point down to the red point. Come on. There we go. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. Ta-da! Hopefully you see a beautiful little box. Perfection. Okay, so now all we have to do is add that tall part and we're done. Best day ever. Okay, so I'm going to go to my pencil again. And we're running out of colors here. What color have we not used? Purple? Okay. So now purple is going to be this point right up here above the teal, like the far back kind of corner of the tall tower. Okay. So now let's draw in our thinking line. We've got a pink thinking line here. And we go from the teal point, it's like literally straight up. So I'm just going to draw that straight up. And we're going to, when we count, we're going to count on that line only. We're only counting the pretty points. So we got to find our pretty point. What color was I using? Purple. Okay. And notice it's 2 blocks above. So we're not just going to go up 1. We're going to go up 2. So from that teal, we're going to go 1, 2. Put your point. Notice I didn't put a point here because that would only be 1. And I didn't put a point in the middle because it's not a pretty point. You got to go where the X's are. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of my thinking line. And we're going to draw a for real line. Okay. So grab your ruler, grab your pencil. We're going to draw in a line from the teal point to the purple point. Okay. Line's not perfect, but it's okay. All right, so I'm going to grab, what colors do I have left? I've got black and white. Those are my 2 choices. Ooh, more colors. We'll have to get to that in a second. Oh, we've already used black. We have to get into it now. Well, we could use white. We haven't used white. Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to draw this point right here on the front. It's a little tricky because it's hard on the brain, at least my brain. Okay, so notice it's kind of down and to the right of the purple point, and it's above, kind of like right between the teal and the red point. Okay, tricky. Where's my line? Okay, we got our thinking line. So we're going to go from the purple point, and we know it's kind of like in front of or down and to the right. So I'm going to draw out my thinking line. And then also notice it's only one block away. So we're going to grab our pencil. We're going to put a point there. Okay, so we're going to go from the purple point. We're going to go 1 to the next pretty point. I didn't think that through, did I? Because now you can't see it. What if I draw the line and then get rid of my thinking line? Okay, never mind. Crisis averted. Okay, so we're going to go from the purple point to the promise it's there white point. And then I'm going to delete my thinking line. Again, not something you have to draw. Last thing you're going to do is draw straight down. Notice how from the white point, it goes down and it touches the shape right there. So that's what we're going to draw right now. Is we're going to go from the white point, as it were. Come on. With your ruler again, straight down to that point right in between the red and the teal. Hopefully you can see it. Okay. Next up, we get to pick a new color. How about this kind of like purpley blue? That's pretty. Uh-oh, did I lose it? No, it's here. Okay. Now that is going to be our point right over here to the far right of our tower. Notice it's kind of back and to the right of the white point, and it's almost directly above the red one. If you look like, I mean, they're like, bam, right next to each other. Okay, let's get our thinking line. So back and to the right from the white point. Okay, again, this is not a line you have to draw. It's just to think when we go to count how many blocks away is it. Okay, so now it's only one, right? It's only one block wide. So we're going to go from the white point. We're going to go one pretty point over. See where the next little X is on the graph? Bam. Okay, then we're going to draw in our little line from the white point to the purpley blue point. Oh, forgot to erase my thinking line. Bye. Maybe. Got it. All right. Trickster. Now we're going to draw the line down. It goes down to the corner, and it's going to look weird on the isometric paper. I'm just telling you ahead of time. You see how in the picture you can kind of see that it's kind of back away. You can actually see that corner. You can't see it on the isometric paper because it's at this perfect 30-degree angle. But notice it's 3 blocks tall. So let's put on our thinking line. So we're just going to bring it. It's going to come straight down, right? This is just where we're thinking about counting here. And we're going to count down 3. Notice when you do that, 1, 2, 3, we run into the corner on the other shape. It's okay. That's why you have the multi-view sketch next, so that you can tell what in the world is happening behind there. Does it go deeper? Does it stop right there? You actually don't know until you see the multi-view sketch. What was I doing? Oh, I need to draw that line for real. Okay, here we go. From here, straight down. Uh-oh. My mom does that when she's thinking. My tongue just came out of my mouth. I put it away, though. It's okay. Erase your thinking line. We're almost done. We are almost done. We are almost done. We got one more point. Woo! It's time to choose our final color. Oh, so much pressure. What do we pick? How about have we had let's pick like a really pretty royal blue. I don't know why I'm feeling the blues today. Royal blue it is. I just realized I didn't pick up a color for that tiny right corner. Spoiler alert, I knew it was going to run into that corner just because I've drawn this for like 4 years in a row. Poor neglected corner. Oh well, it'll be all right. All right, so we're going to take our blue. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And we're going to draw that last corner back there. Way back. Notice it's kind of back and right from the purple one and back and left from the purpley blue. Maybe I shouldn't have named them that. So let's draw our thinking lines. So kind of from the purple, we're kind of back and right. Remember, you got to stay on the grid lines. We can't just draw this thinking line willy-nilly. In our head, we got to stay on those lines. So it's just kind of hard to visualize sometimes. So I draw my thinking lines. Always erase them though, because they're just kind of like thumbnail sketches where they're not real until you get the ruler out. All right, and then from the purpley blue line, we're going to go back into the left. Again, stay on the grid line. And you can clearly see where royal blue is about to live. He gonna be right there at the corner. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna erase my thinking lines first so it's more dramatic when I finish. Okay. All right, here we go. It's time. Okay, from the purple corner, get out your ruler. That's why I'm drawing with the line. I'm not drawing all willy-nilly. Okay, so here we go. From the purple to the blue, stay on that line on the paper. Oh, that was terrible, Jablonski. No, ma'am. Not even close. Okay, here we go again. Take two. From the corner over to the other. It's not much better, is it? I think I keep trying to hit the purple point instead of the actual point on the graph paper. Okay, here we go. Third time's the charm. I'm not a perfectionist. Who are you calling a perfectionist? Okay, here we go. I think I've done it. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, last line. Okay, here we go. From the blue to the bluish purple. Here we go. It's about to happen. Don't even acknowledge it. If I had like a legit ruler, that wouldn't happen to me, but excuses. Here we go. I'm going to try going the other way. Okay, here we go. So much pressure. Get it right. Da, 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 da. Look how gorgeous it is. Well, hello. You just drew your first isometric sketch. I know it took like 20 minutes, but here we are. I had to sing a little. We had to pick pretty colors. Now it looks like Fiesta isometric sketch with all the colors on there. I hope that helped a lot.